So to make this dolphin model, we're going to start with a blue sheet of paper, and you're going to have the color side up, and we're going to fold the bottom edge to the top edge. And 90-degree turn, and again bottom edge to top edge. And then flip it over, and then bottom corner to top corner. And a return, and again, open, going to fold down and back, down, back, the triangle shape. And then open. We're going to line up this edge with this one. And to make sure that you have it lined up correctly, you should have this edge line this edge and this edge line up with that one, and meeting at the center. And then this crease to the same one. And it's the same process. Line it up at the center. And we're going to do this all the way around. So now here to here. And here to here. So now we're going to make that triangle again. I tend to just pinch it in. So now you're going to lift this. So you're going to flatten and along this already made crease. And then you're going to fold down backwards against that other crease you already made. Turn it over. Pull it down. And now you're going to open it up some. And along the first crease, you're going to fold along it. Flatten some. Turn it over. Now you're going to be reversing this crease when you fold it back. And then flatten. So now in order to lift, we're going to lift this corner up here, but in order to do that, we have to fold this raw edge up against this folded edge. And flatten that part down. And again on the other side, in order to lift this edge up, here we have to flatten this raw edge to the folded edge. Now we're going to open this up some in order to fold this straight up so that this lines up with this crease and the new edge lines up with the already existing edge. And when you fold it up, this corner should meet that point. And again on the other side. Just gonna fold up. Now we're going to fold this raw edge, not exactly on the line, but leave just a tiny bit of space. So they're parallel with each other and parallel with the center crease. Now we're going to lift this edge so that it ends here and here. And when you have it in position, crease. Turn it over. I'm going to do the same thing. And this point should also line up with this crease. Now we're going to open this some by pulling it apart and push inwards along these two already made creases. And close. And then lift as much as you can so that this will line up with the rest of the body. And a little bit will stick up still. Just leave that be, and for the moment. Then looking at it from the bottom, you're going to want to flatten and basically push this edge so that it is flat against the center line. So with the fins lined up, flatten it down. Now in order to make the dorsal fin, we're basically going to fold this so that it makes the general shape you want the body to take. And in general, you're going to want the back portion to be slimmer than the front, and this to have a slight overlap with the bottom fin. You can mess with that as you see fit. And flatten. And in order to figure out the size you want your dorsal fin to be, you can lift this up and get a general understanding of how it's going to look at the end. And so when folding it up, you're going to want this to basically be a continuation, so you don't want to fold it, say, like this, but just make it so that it's one clean edge. And then back here, you can fold it down some more. If you want a reference point, you may want to make this edge flush with this one, or slightly above it. And now this is going to be how the dorsal fin will look. And you could leave it like this. If you find the next step difficult, you could use this as a stopping point. But in order to make it so it's symmetrical on both sides, what you have to do is grab both edges here, pull it apart to open this up. And you want all of these edges going around to go down into it, and then these ones to fold it back up. It's just like on this side, so this one is going to push down over here, you're going to want to make those mountain folds all the way around. So on the other side, you're going to make it so that everywhere that was a valley fold is now a mountain fold. And coax it into place. And any imperfections on the inside don't really matter because you're not going to see them. But you can always try to flatten those out too. In order to shape the head, I like to pinch right on the fin and then push right on where I want the nose to be and just push inward. Try to make that symmetrical on both sides. And then pinch here so that you can shape it however you want it to be, where you want the forehead to end. I like it to be a little bit further. You can add creases if you want it to stay a bit more. Then you could leave the tail like this, but I like to make it a bit more slim by folding it, tucking this in. Any stopping point is fine. If you really want a reference point, then you can use the end of this edge. And then match it to wherever you folded it in on the other side to make it symmetrical. And you can do more shaping on the inside of the fin by folding this up some more. And yeah, it's your dolphin.